What's up guys, Sharpwind here, and I haven't really done a motion tutorial in a while. You guys only wanted, how should I say this, graphic tutorials, like how to make things look nice, how to make renders nice, but today we're doing a running stop tutorial. It's gonna be a good one. Now I believe I haven't really publicly announced that yet, but I'm on social media, so if you want to follow the more personal me, you can do that. Also, you are going to get occasional Divided Force spoilers if you follow my Instagram. My Twitter's dead. Let's just begin, shall we? If I open up my tutorials and I don't know what Ivan is doing here, I was messing with the rig, I'll remove it. Might take a while. Okay, that never happened, we're here. First, I want to add a Steve, which is going to be my little doll. I'm gonna animate him run. So, if we want to make a running stop, first we need to make him run at all. So, let's do that. What I'm going to do is make a short running animation, to which I already have a tutorial done. You can click the eye in the corner to go learn more about it on depth. But today we're talking about running stop, not running. So if you want to learn running individually, you can click the eye in the corner. Sorry, I'm redirecting you, but I already have this done. It's more efficient if I have you watch the other video than take 20 more minutes to explain it in here. Or you could simply use your own running animation, doesn't have to be mine. A good way to check if your character has sliding legs is to play it back slowly, like here. This looks pretty okay, but I would move him forward a bit still, because it was still a bit slidey. Looks like he's having a solid contact with the ground, and that is okay, that's what I want. Now that this is done, I want to make sure his legs are not going through the floor, and he still has that little jump thing. So I want to raise this up just a bit, 0.5, so he's not completely in the ground. When he jumps, let's move him up to 1.2. I'm just picking some random numbers. Looks like a decent running cycle. So here we are now. From this point, we want to make Steve come to a running stop. First, I can delete all of the excess keyframes, but now I'm going to tell you the most important trick when you're animating anything, really. If you want to know, the point is not to know. What I'm trying to say here, I can explain how to do a running stop and you're gonna be like, oh, then I have to do this, then this, then this. This is not efficient. The best way to know is to understand. This tutorial, like all other tutorials of mine, are improvised. I never know what I'm doing. I come up with stuff as I go, because the point is not to know what you're going to do, but understand what you're doing. What is a running stop? If I come to think of it, how does a running stop works? How does a running stop work? Rest in peace, English. He is going to take that step. Then he still has all the momentum from before. He's still running forward. He needs to come to a stop. Simply one step isn't gonna make him stop. He needs to stop, gradually overtaking several steps, or at least 2 or 3. Since it's a running stop, it should be faster. So let's make 2 or 3 steps where he slows down. So I need to adjust this final keyframe because he's still supposed to go forward. So like sliding again? I should put him forward a bit. So since he's going to a stop, this leg should be more like this. Oh, wrong frame. This leg should be more extended because he's expecting, and should be raised up a bit. So like, he is expecting to come to a slow stop. Also, this leg should not be prepared as much because he is slowly stopping. He needs to maintain the balance. Let's not mind what the body is doing at the moment. Let's just think about the legs. So each step of the cycle is positioned on every second keyframe. Now, since he's slowing up, we're going to extend that to every 3 keyframes. So we're going to make him take a step and catch his balance with the second leg, and then adjusting the third leg. That's what we're doing here. There are going to be 2 steps in between. This one to stop him, and the other to place the other leg down. So in terms of legs, first step is going to look like this, and the second step is going to look like, so we're doing this. He's going to stop here, although this seems pretty slow, so let's try to go for 2 as well. Like, let's see. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad. Let's go for 2 instead. Like, yeah, we're all learning here. See, the problem here is my character is rotated 45 degrees because of my running cycle. It does look good when the character is running, but when he's supposed to come to a stop or a start, it's kind of awkward to get him in there and out of there. So we're going to have to deal with rotation here, which is going to be our problem. Rotate him and adjust the leg. I'm just gonna try to keep what I've done here because I kind of like the way the legs move here. I'm only going to use the body to move him up and down and rotate him, and the folder here is going to serve for moving him left and right, because I can use different transitions for keyframes and such, so I can keep him on track. So let's just adjust the movement here. So the first step actually looks pretty okay so far. This leg should be here. This leg should maybe be more extended, and this should be positioned upwards. This, however, doesn't match anymore, so let's adjust it. And the legs here are going to need to be changed because he is now standing like this. And we're gonna make him like so, because the ground is horizontal. Discovery of the year. Now, this might be a bit of extreme, so we're going to adjust it. Don't worry, it's going to look nice at the end. You should get a preview at the start of the video. Like, I think I edited it in, so you should be able to see how it's going to look like. Don't worry, we'll get there. Actually, it looks pretty okay. Don't mind the body. The body is going to be animated later, but what we have now is pretty okay. So, this is where we are right now. Came to a slow stop and made a step. We could say it's okay. Maybe let's try to make this faster. Yeah, why not? It could be fast, because it looks realistic, like he's trying to actually make a stop, like a solid stop. Of course, he still has all the momentum from before, so the force is pushing him forward. Like when you're running and you jump, you're still going to move forward because of all the force you have from before. This is the force I'm talking about. He's still going forward. So we're going to make him stop leaning on the front leg to stop it. So here, I don't even need to turn the body anymore. I can just use the folder. What I need to do, he is now going to lean on the front leg. So I want to bend this front leg and I want to adjust the body for him to be standing on the front leg. So if the front leg was here before, it went down. Okay, this is pretty good. You can be more precise if you want to, but I really want to be fast here. So see what I'm doing? This. Maybe make it even slower, maybe. Now this leg should all obviously be adjusted to be where it was before. That's pretty good. So far we have this now, but he didn't really move forward. So let's move him forward a bit. This is why professional softwares like Autodesk Maya came up with IK handlers, because they make your life easier. Okay, it is a bit fast. Maybe let's move all this a bit backwards. Yeah, this is better. So we can have a slower fast stop. We only need to put him back in his original pose. So it's going to take this long and basically move this leg in its original pose. Relax it a bit. This to this. Now we're going to adjust the stance of the body to suit the leg and add the other one later. This is a very simple method. Here we go. Wow, did I get that in first shot? Almost. Round of applause, everyone. And now simply bring the other leg in. We're going to add in-between frames to make it look nicer. I think it's not going to be that bad of a tutorial anyway. First of all, give an ease in and out to this because he's stopped here and he needs to have a slow motion in here. In between of these two frames, this leg is going through the floor. We're gonna make something more realistic and we're going to bend so like it looks like he's actually coming here. But of course, adjust the transition so ease into the first one, ease out to the second one, so this all looks like a big ease in and out. So basically we have done this now. Up. Once we adjust the body, this is gonna look so much better. He has made a stop, so when he tries to step back upwards, you usually, okay, I'm gonna demonstrate now. I know I'm blurry and out of the frame now, but when you try to step on your leg, you usually go forward and then adjust upwards. Oh, my head is gone. So we're doing this here. If you're in a dilemma, act the movement out. Watch yourself. What do I do when I try to pick myself up? And then do it in the program. It's very useful. I do it all the time, not even kidding. He goes forward, and also let's adjust him so his leg isn't glitching through the ground anymore. This is pretty solid. We can adjust him so he's no longer bent forward and adjust him back. So let's give an ease in and out to both of these. And this just adds more depth to the motion itself. So I would say the body and the legs are done. Now simply, the entire character and the legs are done. Simply move the body, head, and arms. It's not that hard. Let me do something here. I'm going to overlap the keyframes. I'm gonna reset the body so I know how to position it nicely. So this, move it forward a bit, bend it a bit. Give an ease into this one so he slowly adjusts. And then he's gonna want to go forward here because he's literally stopping all motion. So let's bend him forward a lot. This is what we've done. Also give an ease out here because the motion is strong. And we can make it look better by overlapping it. If you watch my reaction series, I criticize a lot of work saying it needs overlapping action. Now I'm gonna explain what the overlapping action actually means. I have a tutorial on it, by the way, you can click the eye in the corner. But an explanation here. Simply grab this body and overlay it forward a bit. And when you play this back, it looks more smooth because the body is leaning forward while the character is already doing another motion. The body is overlapped and it looks more smooth. So let's try to adjust the head here because the head should always be facing forwards because he is running in that direction. He happens to be running. So this is okay till this part, and then bam, this, make the head adjust. So, but then what do we say? What do we say? Overlap it. Move it forward. Ease in here, ease out here. Let's take a look at how this looks like. When he is coming back upwards, you don't have to make a keyframe here. You can overlap it still. You can make the body come back upwards later. You will see it looks better than if you didn't overlap it. I don't even want to make him too relaxed. I just want to keep a default pose like so. If I take a look at this, okay, the head is too overlapped. See what I mean? I have a point. Like, this is not the best because it's still made in a tutorial, which I'm trying to squeeze in 20 minutes, by the way. The arms would regularly be swinging in the other way, but since this is a stop, let's make him go in like so. Wait, I need to act this out. Okay, fellas, I stood up, went out of my chair, and I acted out the movements. I got my solution. What I have found out is something much more useful. I'm just going to copy these frames and make them come up here. And of course, rotate them so they always face forward. Because when I did a running stop standing up, this didn't bother me. I moved my arms as before, so... Okay, let's do this. How about an ease out transition to this? Something's not right. Okay, now you might see a lot of changes in the keyframes. Fear not, I'm here to explain. The only thing... Oh no. This is basically one keyframe, and in between I added the third keyframe from the middle and moved it back a bit, so it's at this point. So ease in till the middle point and then ease out to the end. So basically the middle point is where he steps, and the arms were like this before. I put them back a bit because it looks too weird. And the third thing that I changed was simply make the differences between these keyframes a bit bigger, so he slows down a bit before. So the stop was too harsh. We added only one in between step. We should have added two because he was running pretty fast and he came to a very sudden stop, so we should add 2 steps. Instead of animating the entire step, I made this side of the running a bit slower, so the stop is easier and more believable. Now, finally, the resolution. Let's play what we have all together. Yeah, something is still not okay. Something is bothering me, don't know what. Let's try to do this. I mean, it's not the best since it's made in a 20-minute tutorial. I don't know if it's 20 minutes, I don't know how long this tutorial is. I'm gonna know once I edit the footage. What I'm saying, it looks pretty decent for the amount of time that I put into it. And it's definitely something for you to build from. Now, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel because there's a lot more. Also, might be a good time to mention, I launched my own merch, and you can get it from the link in the description below. I'm not too satisfied with the outcome, but it is something for you to learn from. So, thank you for watching and stay sharp.